I've been on the board of AgSci Co-op for 15 years. I am still on the board of AgSci Solar. I'm on Southwest Credit Union board. I believe in cooperatives, the cooperative spirit, and that is part of the driving that goes on here. I have a little quote from John Kennedy. "The farmer is the only man in our economy who buys everything at retail, sells everything at wholesale, and pays the freight both ways." And this is what we're trying to stop. Why are farmers interested now? Farmers have the opportunity to get on the ground floor and help navigate how this industry develops. Cellulosic conversion technologies are coming to the market, whether farmers have an equity stake in it or not. Partnership with the technology provider gives plant strategic advantage on procuring feedstock. Pull from the market, consumers want products made from feedstocks that are renewable and non-petroleum based. The timing seems right, with government wanting to kickstart the bioeconomy in Ontario. Part of what's going on, we are through genetics, corn yields have increased. We've gone up, I'm not sure it is exactly, about on an average of more than a bushel per year. And that has created more stover in the field, and that's hard to handle. From a farmer's perspective, this is a value-added opportunity, underutilized crop residue, reduced tillage, lower soil cost, less soil disturbance, earlier spring planting resulting in higher soybean yields. And for the guys that do continuous corn, the same thing would be in the case of corn. Vertical integration, diversifying our revenue with sugar, no extra land required for more income, and there's no food versus fuel debate on this. I'm not going to go through this one. This is some of the savings that we think is possible for the farmers. We save on stock chopping, save on moldboard plowing, cultivating in the field, or in my own case, I'm a no-tiller and just reduced yields by not doing some tillage. Realistically, that's a cost of about $45 an acre. So what the value to the farmer is revenue from the stover and from the sugar as a part owner in the plant. We'll save some field work and maybe increased yields. The total value is $102 per acre to the farmer. That's equivalent of 54 cents a bushel on a corn crop. What we need the people out here to know, higher yielding corn has resulted in higher stover residue. Modern genetics have created a stronger corn stock that, while improved standability, has resulted in taking longer for that stock to break down. There's more stover left in the field, and that results in more tillage, delayed planting the following spring. Delayed planting has a detrimental effect on yield in the following year. Combining the savings of lower tillage requirements and profitability of production of dextrose from stover, farmers can effectively increase the value of the corn they produce by at least 50 cents a bushel. Addition of wheat straw to the project is a risk management strategy to mitigate the effects of poor weather preventing a full harvest. So this allows us a longer chance to get out in the fields. At this point, the Cellulosic Sugar Co-op is on a membership drive. We're trying to sign up farmers. We need a lot of acres. We need investment from the farmers. We're making progress. It's not maybe as fast as we hope for, but we're all optimists. And it will happen. I still believe that we can make it happen. What we are finding is farmers are concerned about compaction and taking organic matter away. My attitude personally is that I would rather put organic matter back in with cover crops and some other ways, and compaction is still going to be a problem, and we'll have to deal with it.
I don't have any slides. I'm just going to make a few comments. Andrew Richard, founder of Comet Biorefining. We are a second-generation cellulosic dextrose producer. Right now, we are implementing, along with some people that I'll talk about here in a minute, our first commercial facility that will be located in Sarnia. It will produce dextrose, which is a high-purity sugar, not necessarily for biofuels, but more for bio-based chemicals. In our opinion, this is a technology that will allow us to unlock what is a tremendous resource in biomass through to a tremendous market in bio-based materials, and in between, this is all about producing a cost and quality effective intermediate. For us, that's dextrose. We were incented in looking for a place for a first commercial facility, and I can't imagine a better place than right here in Ontario. And through a lot of the work and vision of the people in this room and Bioindustrial Innovation Canada, we were introduced to the Cellulosic Sugar Producers Co-operative. And the first time I met Jim and the first time I met that co-op, the first thing that they said to me was, Andrew, we don't just want to sell bales of corn stover to a sugar plant. We want to add value. We want to add value to our crop and our acres. We want to own a piece of that plant, and we want to own a piece of that value chain. And what I said back was, we don't just want to buy bales of stover or straw from a group of farmers. We want to partner along that value chain as well. It is critically important to the bioeconomy. It's critically important that we have the right partners. A lot of them are right up here sitting in this panel, to be able to really put together a good functional value chain that takes renewable biomass sustainably through to intermediate sugars and then through to chemicals and other materials. So we're excited by that challenge and excited by the opportunity. I truly believe that we have it in us, the people in this room, to be the leaders in the world. And I would go one step further to say that if we really truly want a bioeconomy, it will be enabled through these types of projects where we partner together. Everyone is incented along the value chain to keep improving. Everyone is incented to be able to create the best possible products and incremental value add out of that. And when we're successful at that, it will be good for agriculture, it will be good for producers, it will be good for industry, and it will be good for the environment, sustainability, and climate change.
I'm a fourth generation farmer from Saskatchewan, engineer and build farm equipment. So we are highly supportive of biomass. It's been a personal passion of mine for many years. So, you know, you're speaking to the converted when it comes to belief in why the whole concept of value-added agriculture has got a future. Let me see if I get this right. So I'll just give you a very quick background on who Morris is. So our vision is to equip agriculture through innovation, and our mission is to provide superior equipment and technology inspired by farmers who demand the best. So we are quite an old company. We were founded in 1929 by Mr. George Morris, and he had a saying which was, you got to listen to the farmer, he knows what he wants. In today's world, she knows what she wants. So we have been adapting our equipment offerings for decades and have always produced leading edge equipment. So providing bale hauling equipment has been part of Morris's offering since the mid-70s, and we've offered multiple variations on that equipment, and some of the equipment we're going to show you today has a lot of applications in the feedstock handling side. So this, we make round bale and square bale haulers, which offers the option for producers. Square bales are obviously a lot more interesting for biomass. We've had a long-term commitment to biomass plants. We've been actively involved in 3 major projects in the U.S., working closely with AGCO, working closely with commercial operators, working closely with farmers, and helping them on the logistics side get those bales, which you can see behind that cornfield, out of the field as quickly as possible and stacked, as you saw in the video, so that it's protected and is a good quality inventory for the processing that happens later. So our view is that we need to make sure the equipment is available for whoever the user is, so that that material has the best path going right from the point of harvest all the way through to the end use. So from Morris's perspective, we have other equipment other than hay hauling, but we have a large worldwide distribution and dealer network. 40% of our sales are in Australia. We have a dealer network across Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Africa, all over North America. So we know how to support the product, how to provide training, how to make sure parts are available. We know all the things that, especially this industry where time is of the essence and you've got to keep the equipment going, how important that is. So we have seeding, tillage, and lab preparation equipment in addition to our bale handling, but I'm here to talk about the bale handling side. And that track record and experience and long life as a company is part of what we feel provides confidence from the producers and from the end users that we're going to be there to support the technology.
In Ontario, we've been up here numerous times doing different demonstrations along with some of the field days that happened last fall where we tried to show this concept. And what I want to talk about is we're not only on the equipment side of things, but let's just talk about who's AGCO. So we were formed in 1990. In 2016, we had $7.4 billion worth of sales worldwide. And these are the brands that you may have seen with Challenger, Fendt, GSI, Massey Ferguson, and also Voss. So we're a little bit unique when you look at our competitors in the industry because not only do we provide the equipment that you see out there on the farm, but also we're involved with GSI. So we're able to do grain storage, grain handling, along with feeding equipment for a lot of the animals that are out there also. But let's talk about our involvement. So we've been involved with numerous projects along in the biomass industry, and we have the ability to do all these things from manage an overall, because we're not talking about baling a few bales out here that, takes a few days. We're talking about quite a large industrial scale operation that needs some overall management involved. And we have the ability to do this. And we're involved in several different projects where we are actually managing overall the project from all these different steps that are in there. And there's quite a few. So here's an example of some of the equipment that we have that you've already seen from a combine up there in the, whether that be corn stalks or whether that might be wheat straw. So that's the first thing that will be run over the field. And then the shredders up there like you've seen. Also, we provide the tractors there. That's, so no matter what's behind that, we have the ability to do that. And so here's the big thing right here. Tractor and a baler. These bales, we've done quite a bit of work over the last 5 years. We've increased the density 20%. So you think about you increase the density, you increase the weight, a lot less bales to handle as you go through the field there. And that's where it really matters. These bales are generally 4 foot wide, 3 foot tall, and 8 foot long. So you want to get as much weight as you can in each one of those, so there's less number of bales to handle. So we're very excited about this opportunity to be here to work along beside these guys in this project, and it does take a lot of management, and we'll talk about some of the data things that we can do to help provide help with this value chain and ultimately make it profitable for everybody.